check. 1, 2.
Hello.
I can't see myself, so I'm just trusting that we're in focus and all that stuff.
It's on autofocus.
I'm just making sure. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3, go. My name's Yvette, and this is the How Married Are You podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the How Married Are You podcast. My name is Beleaf.
My name is Mrs. Melanin.
And this is episode 82.
No fool.
83?
Yeah.
This is episode 83 of the How Married Are You podcast. No, that's not how we do it. Go ahead. You should know the words by now. Go. My name's
Beleaf, and this is Yvette, and we've been married 9 years. We live in California, and we have 4 kids. Relationships is scary, and it's very necessary that we tell you all our struggles, and we ask, how married are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty.
Are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty. If you're listening, and are we gonna let that ride? Sometimes it's like hearted. I don't know what else to say, so it's time to get it started. Look, it's baby story time, chocolate baby story time, chocolate baby story time.
Is that how I sound? Mm-hmm. That's your own rendition of it?
All right.
I know y'all are going to say something about that. We apologize for the inconvenience of your enjoyment, but next week we'll get it better. I mean, Thursday we'll get it better.
Yvette brought home the devil's nectar. You've been sipping the devil's nectar.
I don't know what he's talking about. Anywho, chocolate baby story time.
You look like the paparazzi is following you right now. God sees your soul. You can't hide from God, all right?
I'll put my hat on backwards. I just didn't want to,
Baby, look fine.
You just talked about me.
I was just joking. All right, man. Anaya has to be stopped. This child is a straight up, like 2 years old. You was just kind of like, oh, she's such a boss, and she's such a little girl who knows what she wants, and it's such a strong-willed little, and now it's kind of like, you are really about to get kicked out of this house. You are insanely possessive and rude and mean, and you're screaming all over the place.
You know how they say there's a terrible twos? Well, in our experience, it has always been terrible threes.
It's always been the three-nager that is guiding us.
Yeah. So I think that's what we're experiencing right now. Glen and I are trying to decide. Well, Glen said today, he was like, it's like we're creating a mom. Like he said some words that are not allowed to be said on this podcast.
You definitely shouldn't say that about your kids, but I keep it 100. Y'all think I keep it? Imagine as how vulnerable I am on Beleaf and Fatherhood. I'm way worse in this house.
So anyway, he got me questioning. And so I'm just like, am I contributing to her three-nagerness, or is this just a real like three-nager stage? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just see so much of like, I know you were that exact same little girl. I know it. She was stomping up the stairs.
And she be slamming doors. I don't think I slammed doors.
Mom!
I don't think I slammed doors.
Like nuts. And I go in there, little girl, you don't knock it off. You do not do that in here. Do you understand? And she starts crying. I'm like, you are not a victim. You are rude.
Yeah.
You must be stopped. And it's so sad because it just goes totally against her narrative. If I start to show that type of stuff, it's just going to be like, yeah, I remember she was all cute. Viral. Remember that? Yeah. Did you turn off the AC?
I didn't. I will now, though.
No, I'm hot. I'm burning up. Please don't.
Let me just make sure it's on. Yeah. So anyway, in other news, I have been dealing with some stuff. I think I'm going a little loony. we're stuck in the house. I'm always with the kids. And, lately Anaya is like, even when I escape her, she pops back up like a Chucky doll. Like, hi, Mom. Mm-hmm. Mom, where are you? Where were you? But the other day, it was like this weekend, it just all of a sudden got hot, right? And so, Anaya's already like all over me. And then Uzi, I have to nurse him and he has to be on me. But then Raya.
Oh my gosh, when he puts his full body weight
his
on me.
His full body.
And he's like, Mom, I just want.
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's like, ooh. And then Theo was doing it too. And it was just too much. I had a video I was going to put on Instagram, but I was like, in my stories, I was like, this isn't appropriate. But it was just a lot. And so, anyways, I'm trying to run away. Today, I kind of ran away, but it didn't last long enough. And it wasn't even fun.
The funny thing is, like, whenever I start to read a book and Ryan wants to sit on my lap, you're the heaviest one. I said, bro, you got to sit next to me.
Today, I was laying on the grass, like on my stomach, right? I was laying on my stomach. And Raya comes and puts his entire body on my back.
Oh, God.
And then Anaya is like, get off, mommy, get off, mommy. And he's like not getting off. And so she gets on top of him.
Where's I at?
Theo is over here like, what is going on? I was like, thank you, Theo.
Yeah.
Theo's the only one right now that has sense in his house. The only child anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. I have sense. Glen don't, y'all.
All right. Oh gosh, please don't get us.
Babe, I was thinking we should add another segment to the show.
Okay, well, I'm all ears.
I was thinking, it's not a bad segment.
Well, I'll be the judge.
No. Y'all, I'm feeling loony. Okay. I was thinking the segment could be something like, what are you listening to, watching, learning, something or another?
Okay.
Because I just been listening to a couple podcasts and I'm like,
oh, so now you want to usurp? Okay, I got you. Go ahead, flex.
No, I don't want to flex. I'm just saying I feel like it would be interesting for our podcast
what are you consuming
to know like what it is that we are whatever.
Okay, I have a couple guilty pleasures, but okay.
No, I'm not talking about guilty pleasures. I'm talking about information, educational, insightful things. For example, today, I found out that we're supposed to be taking 10,000 steps a day.
Babe, do you know what today is? Today's Tuesday. We're supposed to be talking about other people's problems. It's just going to be like
I'm saying this is an additional segment to the show.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's it.
That is all you want to say? You learned something and now you want to...
Actually, it's actually a lot. And I'm probably going to link, since I brought it up, I'm going to link the podcast episode in the show notes below. But... the podcast in general is talking about, okay, so here's the thing. I be listening to podcasts and I want Glenn to be listening to him. And he don't want to be listening to him because he just wants to listen to the stuff he listens to, which is, what's that club? Breakfast Club? The Breakfast Club.
No, that is not all I listen to.
You listen to the Breakfast Club and you listen to that really inappropriate comedian.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what else? Anyways, it doesn't matter. So anyway, I want to tell you about that. I listened to, okay. I'm messing it all up. Okay, let me just go back.
Lord help us. Let me get my drink out of frame.
No. This podcast that I listened to, it was about walking and how it's good for our mental health. Like right now, especially with the COVID, like with us all being quarantined and stuff. And it was talking about how it's beneficial for us to do that. And it had a bunch of information in there. And I'm not really good at regurgitating the information that I intake, but I understand it. So anyways, that's what I want to bring up. But I also discovered this other podcast that is really good. It's called Dissect. And they basically take an album and they dissect it. And so the album, I'm on season 6. I trust me, I did not listen to seasons 1 through 5.
Oh, okay.
But I started listening to season 6 because it was about Beyonce's album Lemonade. I was like, what the heck? I didn't know this was so deep. So I really want you to start listening to it with me. And I really think y'all, if you haven't heard of it, should listen to it. Shout out to Courtney Petaway. She's the reason I found out about it.
Okay, I'm down to check it out.
It's really good. I think you would really enjoy it. Like,
okay.
It's really deep. At least this one is. I was like, what? And then I'm not going to lie. And some people might be like coming at me in the comment sections, but I kind of like stopped listening to Beyonce because
I know that for sure.
she's like, her music has been a little different since Jay-Z, and or maybe my like ears are more sensitive. I don't know, but I just kind of like stopped listening to her. But now listening to how like profound and amazing how much thought she put into that album, I am just kind of like, I want to go listen to it. So I'm going to be listening to Lemonade a lot lately. Do you know you just spelled Destiny's Child?
I told you I've been drinking. Okay, listen. So look, guys.
What?
We're going to look up the lyrics for
oh my goodness,
a Destiny's Child song.
Why?
Okay.
Because you want to just show me how ratchet.
I'm just saying it's not Jay-Z's fault.
Okay.
I need everyone to understand.
Okay.
That, you know, sometimes people just make a transition on their own. Has nothing to do with the man they're dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's true. I think she realized, you know, where culture was going. She's following culture. She has writers. Like, those aren't always her words.
And she's in a different season of life too.
She's an adult who chose to make that stuff. And most of her stuff is about her husband. So I'm like, man, you know, why not?
Okay.
I just don't like the like now, because this, you know, like Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, like everyone thought it was Bobby Brown, but she was the one that was, and I know the comment section is gonna go crazy. Actually, she was in the church and he's the one that came around, you know. Anyway, I'm back in the comment section, y'all. So holla at me. I'm coming back. You know why? Because the Belief in Fatherhood comments got cut off, and I'm yearning. Like, I'm like, man, where are the people
you
at?
Want to talk to somebody?
Well, y'all at? I see your views, but I don't know if they're real or robots. I just need to make sure. I need to talk to somebody.
Dude, okay, never mind. It's irrelevant.
Let's get into
this.
Yeah,
all right,
okay.
so let's do this.
So today's Tuesday, so we do single stuff on Tuesday. We're talking to people who maybe in some type of dilemma. So it's not always single. Sometimes it's married people with some type of issue. And we just kind of, you know, we go over what they're talking about and what their problem is. And so if you want to leave us a voicemail, you can do that. 760-335-6643 is the number. You can call in, or you can email us at howmarriedareyu@gmail.com, and also leave us a message, DM, or voice memo or whatever on Instagram. That's at howmarriedareyu. How married are you? Yeah, that's where we're at. So let's go ahead and get into this first dilemma.
Hi, Glen and Yvette. My name's Shay. I'm calling in because I've been following you guys for quite some time, starting with Belief in Fatherhood, and I listen to the podcast every Tuesday and Thursday. Love you guys. But I have a question, or just kind of want to hear your thoughts on my situation. So my husband and I have been together for almost 14 years, married for almost 6. And we decided to not start. We didn't want to start trying for a baby until after we were married. And when we started, what I mean by started actually trying is like tracking ovulation and things like that. We came to realize that getting pregnant was not that easy for us. So he has a child from a previous relationship way back. But getting pregnant has not been an easy task for us. We've seen multiple doctors. I'm actually going to see my 4th doctor for a 4th opinion today. And I mean, everybody has been saying, oh, we don't know why you're not getting pregnant. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing that we can find that's wrong with him. Everything is fine. It's just not happening. So I kind of chalked it up to it's just not in God's timing. However, in the midst of all of that, my husband has kind of, his faith has wavered. He just feels like, you know, we're really good people. We stay in our Bibles. We do what we're supposed to do according to the word. And this is just not happening for us. And I'm not going to lie, my faith is kind of wavy as well. But he's gotten to a point where he's I guess, depressed. I'm not sure. He's sad or whatever. We don't have sex as often as I would like. I mean, I'm not like an everyday type of girl, but like we don't have sex enough to be able to actively try to get pregnant. So I don't really know how to help him because he's sad that we're not getting pregnant, but we're not having the sex to get pregnant. And I feel like I'm stumbling over my words because I'm really confused. I don't really know what to do. I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to feel like he's unattractive. Like I'm unattractive to him. I don't know. Like I set up for him to go and see a therapist because he has some other issues that he's dealing with, like abandonment issues from his father and some other things. But in my mind, I set up him to go see a therapist. He never went. And so he's saying, the reason why my body and my mind are not connected, I love you, I want to have sex with you, but I just can't get my body to do so because I'm so bogged down with all of these issues that I'm dealing with, yet he won't go see the therapist. Hey, it's Shay again. I got cut off. I'm going to make this really quick. My husband is really bogged down with all these things, but he won't go see the therapist. So in my mind, I'm starting to feel like this is not a situation that you have any desire to fix. You just keep telling me that you want to fix this. You would rather sulk and deal with all of this pain that you're carrying around every day instead of going through that and fixing that so that our marriage can get to a point where both of us are happy and we can, get pregnant and give birth to a happy baby or whatever the case. I don't really know what else to do. I'm getting really, really frustrated. It's been 14 years of us being together. I just don't understand what is happening. And I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that situation. Is there something that I can do other than what I've already done to help my husband get through what it is that he's going through? Because when you see your spouse upset, it makes you upset. I'm sad on days, and it's because he's so down. And I just don't know what else to do. So I'd love if you guys could give me some feedback. Thanks. God bless.
Man, I want to just tell you how proud I am of you for calling in and seeking some type of counseling on this situation, because it's very, very mature of you to just kind of just even do the research, And then second, I would say that we have not dealt with this, so we're in I don't think we can speak to how he's feeling or how you're feeling. Because we've never been through that. We have had friends that we were close with, that have gone through similar situations, but we've never gone through it ourselves. Can I take lead on this? I would say that he does not I would just encourage you not to give up on him, even though it has been a long time. And I wouldn't take offense to him not doing the work. The reason is, I remember when Yvette was telling me that, she wanted me to mow the lawn a long time ago, just before we got married. She was like, I really want you to be out there, or I want the grass cut or whatever. And then we got in this house, and then she was like, okay, go out here and mow the lawn. And then I went and got a manual lawnmower that wasn't doing the job because we mostly had weeds. So a friend of ours was like, hey, we'll let you borrow a lawnmower, but Yvette had already hired a landscaper. And so I never really knew how to mow the lawn, right? I was given my dad taught me in his way, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody else was like, here, here's a lawnmower and figure it out. But I actually never was taught how to mow the lawn until I saw the landscaper go out there and mow, how he did it and what he did. I was like, that is really easy. I can do that.
Is it like vacuuming?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
Have you mowed a lawn before?
Yes.
Okay.
In South Carolina.
Did it look good when you were done? Okay, so you ain't really mowed.
I was young. I was a child.
So I would say that it's not that he doesn't know, that he doesn't want to do it. It's that he doesn't know how to even have the conversation to solve the problem. Men are fixers, We come in, we fix problems. Hey, what you need done? I can go ahead and do that. What we know how to do, we want to do it well. This is an issue that runs so deep inside of him. The therapy thing, why he won't go right now, is because it's so deep inside of him. He can't bring it to himself to solve the problem he really wants solved, which is the child. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he doesn't see how that's going to get fixed. You know what I mean? Like, he's just kind of like, man, I don't want to have to deal with all of that old like drama and abandonment issues while this is painful. I need this fixed. And if God could just do this one thing for me, I feel like then I could go back and solve this other thing, you know? And he's having a really hard time. If you just listen to what he's saying, like, it's possible that he's even like, man, the abandonment issues, like, why would God give my dad a son when he abandoned me? And I would never do that to my son, but God won't give me a son. Like, he's having like real like issues in his head. And this is just me, just kind of like, if I was him, this is how I would be thinking. I don't know your husband, and I don't know. He could be like, man, that's not what I'm thinking at all. But this is just, it's kind of like what I would be thinking. I would be feeling all my feelings and not knowing how to talk about it. He doesn't see the point of therapy. It's not that he doesn't value it. And another thing about it is that he feels as if he is something wrong with him. So it's not that he's not attracted to you. He's not attracted to himself. Like, he doesn't find himself worthy of that affection and that intimate moment. Like, he doesn't, like, this is what I'm built for. Why isn't this working? So he's like, he's trying to solve his own problems, and it's pushing him away from God. But somebody in the house has to be the pursuer of the Lord right now. And if he's further away, then your love for the Lord, right? I'd say you push into God and you allow that to be some of the light that he needs, that he's not getting. Because, not to say that it's not his responsibility to do it himself, but he's taking it personal, and it's not personal. God does all types of things we can't explain. And sometimes it's weight. I think that it's awesome that you guys waited. You know, I don't know, you know, what the issue is, you know, medically or chemically, or what's going on, or why this isn't happening. But I think this is an awesome time for you guys to really, for you to focus on the Lord, and for you to like love your husband in a way that he's not used to, you know. And that may really look like patience, and this is going to be difficult. I often talk to men who they find out their wife is pregnant, and they're like, what do I do? They're often asking me, like, what am I supposed to do right now? And I'm like, nothing. Just be a better husband. That's really the only thing you can do. You can't like warm up the womb, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, she wants to buy something, let her buy it. She's nesting. Like, it's so much happening. It's nothing that you can do. All you can do is serve, and it's going to be tough, and it's going to be difficult. And at times you're not going to hear thank you. You're not going to feel like you're appreciated, but just do the work. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're in the right direction. A depressed husband is super difficult to deal with. You know, like Yvette knows, like, when I get depressed, it is bad. It is bad. Like, nope, nothing, you know? And it's because I don't have the answers to my problems, and I'm frustrated, and I don't know what to do. You know, that's the most of the time I'm like, I don't know how to solve this. And there's no one helping me, and no one believes in me. And, well, I believe in you. Yeah. But no one else. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much going on with him right now. He needs like love and care. But I don't know. I think I would, I would definitely spend time in prayer. Not that you haven't, but definitely praying for him and his thoughts, like over and over and over again.
And even I think it's okay, and you may be already doing this, but sometimes I feel like we as the spouses or the significant others have to be praying that because they don't seem to be listening to us or hearing our voice, that we pray that the Lord would create divine appointments for them to be able to encounter, specifically for your husband to encounter like another man who's been through therapy and has seen the benefits of it, or even just another man to talk to, someone who's like older and more experienced and who's kind of been there, done that, as well. Because maybe it'll be, I don't know, just easier than therapy.
Sometimes it's not even a man to talk to about the issue. Sometimes it's just an escape. Like, can you imagine that when he looks at you, he might see the fact that he's failing you? You know? And that, he's supposed to be doing something and that he can't. It's impossible for him to do. He doesn't get it. There is an issue of him, like feeling like, and this is like super like whatever, kind of like, I don't know, doctrine-y or whatever, but like there's an issue with him feeling like that he deserves it. You know what I mean? Like God gives us more than we deserve. You know what I mean? And it's not always what we want or when we want it, but it is definitely more than we deserve. And so I think a good reminder of that is key. And that's really insensitive for me to say right now, but I feel like I had to say it because it's a truth that sometimes I feel like we're almost entitled to some of the things that other people have. And we are just not. Like, what God has for you is for you. Now, I think I'm not saying I don't like want to be a father or anything like that, but if I could spend time alone with you, I would do that 100%, but I think what your husband needs is a win, and it might take a while for him to figure that out. And if you're a man and you're depressed and you're like, yeah, man, yeah, mom will send this to my wife, right? Bro, you can't sit in that space and live there and just be depressed because you're sad. Like, that does nothing for anyone. Now, it's okay to take a time out, but you need to get up and move. It's so important for people to see you move. It's so important for yourself to move. You cannot sit there. Now, understand, like, if you're lost and you don't know which way to move, to sit and ponder for a moment, but you can't lie down, roll over, and die. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get up and go. And so, though I feel you, right? Like, I feel your pain, and I felt that way before. I ain't trying to go back. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. Let's try our hardest to find a win, a way to win. You may not kill the day, just kill the task. Kill the hour. Do something. Be productive. Be great for an hour. Just start there. 10 minutes even. Yeah.
All right.
Next one.
All right. This one we're going to move to an email. What's up, y'all? Thanks for being a couple willing to have hard conversations with the people of the internet. So, I wanted to start off by saying I'm a pretty private person, and even typing this makes me cringe a little. I am a single Christian college student who would like to abstain from sex until marriage. And I tend to meet people pretty easily because I am extroverted. So I have no problem meeting men. I would not say that I am actively looking for a relationship. When the time comes, it comes. However, every so often I meet a guy. We are he-high.
Laughing.
Sorry, that was funny to me. And within the first few weeks, they're asking me to come over. She has coming over in question marks. I mean, in quotation marks. For the most part, I do not discuss my abstinence with men. When the conversation does happen, some see the idea of my abstinence as a challenge to persuade me to test my limits. I cut ties off with them. And when the conversation does not happen, I just come up with some excuse as to why I can't come over. Instead of saying that I simply do not want to, LOL. I usually just let people reveal to me where they are and lead from there. Is that wrong? Right now, I am in a season where I am struggling with the idea of purity. I know that my body is a temple and all that yada, yada, yada. This person is funny. But I also struggle with the concept that virginity and purity are social constructs used to shame women into feeling bad about themselves. My relationship with Christ reflects heavily on the way that I treat myself. And right now, I do not want to compromise my personal decision. Sex complicates so many things, and I do not want to end up getting my feelings hurt, y'all. So basically, I am at a loss on how I should handle my situation. I want to be honest, but I feel like I may lack maturity, and that some men lack maturity too. I do not want to blame myself for being misleading, but on the other hand, I want to protect myself. Situations like this continue to happen, and I am the common denominator. So I must be part of the problem, ? I am not currently dating, and honestly, I probably won't be for a while because I am tired. I'm going to just read my Bible, for real. If you guys could provide some gentle insight, she said gentle, insight on my situation, should I outrightly state my boundaries and face my fear of being embarrassed or persuaded? Should I wait, listen, and let the man reveal to me his wants? Or should I just sit at home and pray? I love this person. Man. I wanted to share my story because there has got to be someone else going through the same thing. Anyways, thanks in advance. Stay safe. I'm not going to read your name, girl. I'm going to let you be you.
Yeah. You want to take it?
I don't necessarily want to take it. But yeah. Social constructs. That's such an interesting. What do you think about that? Oh Lord, here we go. Maybe I should take the lead on it. Go ahead.
I
just feel like that term, and I'm not trying to diss you, whoever sent this email, but I feel like that there's been a lot of accusations of social constructs lately. Have you been?
It depends on what podcast you're listening to. I don't listen to those type of podcasts. I understand what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like the world is ready for people like her.
What does that mean? Who are her?
She is just a regular girl who is very friendly and outgoing, and dudes are like, I think she likes me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes can't handle a woman who's just friendly. So she equated her friendliness or her being an extrovert to her being immature, and that's not right. I need you to. I feel like I'm taking over the podcast. I don't want it just to be me.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm tired. No, I don't understand that part. What you just said.
I feel like she's regular. Like, not in a disrespectful way that would just say she's basic, but I'm saying that she should have no problem with being friends with people and being an extrovert. Now, you got to understand that some guys are just dumb. So if you give them your number and say, call me, you know what I'm saying? Or let's hang out again, they're going to think that you're saying that they want to be intimate, that you want to be intimate with them, or you don't mind, or you're just down to kick it.
Okay, so this might be a very ignorant question that I'm about to ask. But could he just be asking her to come over? Like, when you're dating, because I didn't do a lot of dating. So is it possible What are you?
No. He's not just asking her to come over.
Okay.
That's ignorance.
I said it may be very ignorant.
No, you said something else.
I said it may be. Let's run the tape back.
I don't think you said that. But
I did. If y'all are listening, do the back 30-second thing.
So look. Yeah.
Because, okay, fine. Okay.
Okay, cool. So, hey.
You're right, though. You're right.
Like, let's think about it. Anybody right now tells you to just come over. Any man.
Well, I'm a married woman.
So what?
Like, I don't just go hang out with men.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm not going to just go over.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like you had two roommates who you were like, let's come over and watch Friday. I was like, that's corny. Don't do that. But you were willing to go over there.
Were we married then?
No, we weren't.
Oh, okay.
We were dating. And I was like, I'll watch Friday with you.
It was a thing, though. There's like a whole background story.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think that that's wise for her to do, and I understand, but I don't think she should be ashamed about the fact that she's a virgin, and I don't think she can be.
Okay. So let's look at her question. Should I outrightly state my boundaries and face my fear of being embarrassed or persuaded? The question becomes to me, like, at what point in the relationship or whatever is happening, the transaction, do you have to come forward with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it like, hey, I like you, you like me, let's go on a date? Is it like, okay, before we go on this date, let me let you know that I'm a virgin. I plan on staying a virgin until I get married. Or is it like,
that's too much information.
Yeah, I feel like that's too much to say up front. I feel like there needs to be some time developed, some time invested into the relationship before they actually know, like, oh, is this somebody that I could potentially marry or whatever? And then
I feel like I need to know a little bit more about her, though. Because I feel like I think I know who she is, but I don't. So I think she's kind of like the bubbly, friendly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe like, right? And it's just kind of like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? And she's saved and she's cute, you know what I'm saying? And like everybody wants to hang around her. But like, that's what I think she is, but she may not be that. You know what I mean? So I don't really know here. I don't know what we're saying. Like, at what point are they inviting you over and for what? For what?
So is she like, and then the question is like, are you just like friendly or whatever? But are you flirtatious? Were you touching them and, you know?
Yeah. Well, she ain't doing that right now.
But then if she does that, is that, I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. I think we have to be careful on how we categorize certain behavior as flirtatious or as not. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't hug like some old women. I'm like, dang, this is a sensual hug.
Oh, I thought you were about to talk about your own daggone self.
Oh yeah, I'm a hugger.
Yeah, all these women walking around, your husband gives the best hugs. How do you know that?
That hasn't happened in years.
But when we first got married, that was a thing. That was a thing. Even your own sister is like, Glenn, I need you to teach my children how to hug. Like, everybody knows that you give great hugs.
I'm a good hugger.
Well, you need to stop hugging all these people.
I don't hug anybody anymore. It's COVID. We ain't hugging nobody till 2025. Everybody get a foot tap.
Foot tap?
Yeah, well, look at God. He blessed you and gave you a whole quarantine. You can't go nowhere. You can't see nobody.
When was this email sent? Oh, this was sent during quarantine. Girl, what you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I feel like I need to know a little bit more about you, but I think you should be okay being yourself, and you just have to, like, you kind of have to be like a you kind of got to be awkward a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be kind of like, no, I don't actually go over boys' houses or whatever. Like, I don't do that.
Not by myself.
I don't come over and kick it with nobody. You know what I'm saying? If you tell them a virgin, it might present yourself as a challenge. Present a challenge to them, which I think is wrong. But I'm just telling you who you're dealing with. Like, some dudes are just dumb. Like, they just dumb. You know what I mean? Like, I was dumb. Like I did dumb stuff and I thought dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been that guy. Come over. Come hang out.
And you were saying come over with the intentions of
my mom ain't home. Come over. Yeah, of course. What? Are you kidding me?
y'all's just hoes out here, huh?
What are you talking about? See, now you judging. See, that's why you got the yin and the yang here. I don't think it's hoes. I just think like
Just kidding.
men really have a one-track mind when it comes to that type of stuff. Like I don't know what the point is of inviting a woman over
To play phase 10.
I don't know how you stayed a virgin. I don't know how you stayed a virgin.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I'm surprised. Anyway.
I don't know what to say.
Girl,
Don't just sit at home and pray. I think it's okay to just be clear about our boundaries. I feel like when we have boundaries and we express them, it just takes all the guesswork out, and it's sometimes just good to be upfront and forward. However, I don't think you need to say that at the first or second date. Maybe wait a while.
I don't think this is dates. I think this is just guys who are like, you're cool. I got the hiccups. I think these are just dudes who think she's cool. But let's talk about virginity being a social construct. Because that's crazy. Now, I'm gonna ask you this.
You told her she crazy? You telling her she crazy?
No. I think that is a conversation that needs to be had. But what is she saying in context one more time?
She said, but I also struggle with the concept that virginity and purity are social constructs used to shame women into feeling bad about themselves.
Now, have you ever been made to feel bad about yourself?
Who?
You didn't even have to be thinking about sex or talking about it. But when people talked about it to you, did they make you feel bad about it?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about like when before you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever sex was talked about, it was mostly talked about as a bad
Guilt,
thing.
shame, fear.
Yes.
You know. Mm-hmm. And then how do you think other women felt when they knew that you were a virgin and their parents knew you weren't? And knew they weren't.
When they knew I was a virgin and their parents knew
that they weren't a virgin.
I don't know.
I mean, like, think about how you were the standard. Mm-hmm. And they made, you know what I'm saying? So I understand her point. Like, we don't treat virginity as something, like it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, as something that, like, you...
Okay, so they might, like, she's saying, I struggle with the concept that virginity and purity are social constructs used to shame women.
I don't think that's all it is.
I mean, maybe it is, but the Bible is still the Bible.
Okay.
And what it says still goes.
Yeah, but it's not so much, it's not about, it has nothing to do with social anything. Like, it's not about what other people say virginity is. It's about your relationship with God, your relationship with your husband, whoever that is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for men. You know what I mean? But I do understand that the church makes it almost, some churches, it's not talked about as a healthy thing. It's almost something that you should be like ashamed to even think about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like controlling women in the church. And as soon as
why are we just talking about women? It's men and women.
Because men don't deal with it like women do. Like, not in the homes.
Okay.
Like, culturally. You know, it may be a couple cases of like, you better not be out there screwing. You know what I'm saying?
But even like to the point where like if a man your age were to say he's a virgin, there's some shame there.
Oh, definitely.
Look at your smirk on your face.
I'm not saying that it's bad to be a virgin at my age. I'm just saying that
You just smiled.
Yeah, because I understand what's going to happen to the guy.
What's going to happen?
I mean, like, you probably be like praised in church, but like, you know, I don't know if it's gonna be like as championed as it is when a woman is a virgin. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me like that for?
What am I looking at you like?
Like you're drunk. Yeah, man. I think virginity is fine. I just understand how women are manipulated to like if a guy has sex with a bunch of women, he's not looked at as a whore or a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman does, people call her that.
I look at a man like that.
Just because you're judgmental.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
You just were looking at people like that?
Who?
For having...
Oh,
you just said that.
Oh, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about...
We have to end this podcast.
No, babe.
Did we answer the question? I think we're off. We have to move on to the next one. Yes, we answered this question. Girl, just do you, and don't let these men... Don't be going over nobody's house, especially by yourself. In this day and age, you just never know, man.
This is the thing. If you want to go over someone's house, go over their house. But they are not going to persuade you to do anything.
But what if they rape her?
What the heck are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
I was talking about rape.
So
what if she goes over there? The guy's expecting her to open her legs. She's like, no, I don't want to. I'm trying to be a virgin. He's like, no, you came to my house. This is what we're here for.
It just doesn't happen like that.
Oh, it doesn't? It's just lifetime movies?
I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm saying is...
What Glenn is saying is that if you end up having sex with this man, it's because you wanted to have sex with this man.
I'm saying, like, I don't... Like, if this is your... Like, okay, you can get put in a compromising situation, right? That you're like, I should not be here. I should go. So go. But I don't think you should go over anyone's house. But if you want to go and hang out and, like, it's a bunch of people over there, just go over. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your thing. But don't feel like someone has the power to take something from you that you're not giving it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want her to be afraid that she's gonna get raped and that's like putting a lot of like bruteness on the man.
True. Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sorry,
like men are just out here like, you gonna come over and I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not like what happens.
That's true.
From what I understand
what do you
is that I'm not even gonna go there. That's a whole nother topic. But I know one thing. It can happen. It can happen anyway. That does happen. Women do get taken advantage of by going over someone's house.
And men do too.
What? Really?
I mean, I feel like some women, they be knowing what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's not like they're like ripping off clothes and like giving people sedating them and stuff like that with like, I mean, we might have somebody who's been out there like, man, I was raped by a woman. That'd be crazy. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? See, man? Y'all need to cancel this podcast. We have to end this podcast. Y'all gotta cancel this one.
Babe.
This one going in the vote.
No, we're putting this one out because we took this time. And I am so sorry for laughing. I didn't mean to laugh, but...
You should be ashamed of yourself. The way...
Thanks. Thanks for shaming me.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, for sure. I hope everybody
national
feel it. Everybody. And everyone who chuckled. I know some of y'all chuckled with Yvette. You're just as bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you.
Babe.
Yes.
Stop shaming us. How married are you? Wait. I don't think we have. Y'all, we don't have any new single ones.
It's okay.
So y'all got to call in 760-335-6643. I said it from memory.
Let's make sure she said it right.
I did. Call us at 760-335-6643 and leave us a voicemail and let us know how single you are. I'm so single that, and where you're from and all that stuff. And then you can call that number, or you can go in the link below and leave a voicemail there. Or you can even email us at I'm so single. I don't care. Just give us an I'm so single. And then, yeah.
All right. I'm so married. I'm so married that I gave you the day off on Saturday to work on the playroom, and I didn't bug you, and I tried my hardest to keep the kids away from you, even though Anaya kept creeping, kept finding herself over there. She's such a little scavenger. Yeah, I gave you the day off.
Thank you, babe.
How married are you?
I'm so married that I just let you do whatever you want to do in the garage.
What? You don't like my pallet wall? You don't like my hardwood floor wall? I was getting so many compliments on that thing.
Babe, it looks nice, but I just missed the old pallet wall. Like, I like the more, it had more character.
Yeah.
So this one is just a little too, I guess it's a little too mature for me. But it looks good in the garage. It does. That wall, and then you painted the other wall. I like the way it's coming together.
But I repurposed the hardwood floors. We had it.
You did. I'm proud of you for reusing that, because I was thinking that was going to be wasted money.
Okay.
That was going nowhere.
Okay.
And that's just how married we are.